Hello, alignment bosses. Welcome back. And this is alignment boss training for June. And what we're going to talk about right now is journal prompting, not just general journaling, but journal prompting, or journaling from journal prompts. That's it. Okay, so journaling and how it relates to your alignment. I'm sorry, I'm looking for something here. It is helpful, right? And so remember, part of this process, part of this coaching program is to teach you different ways to get into alignment, right? Get into alignment. And journaling is one of those ways. But sometimes you don't know what to write about. You don't know, there's times when like you're on the right path and you think it sounds good, and then the journaling goes like completely fucking left or something like that, right? So a way to help you stay guided is through journal writing, but using the prompts, right? The prompts are statements, questions, open-ended questions that you complete, okay, in your journaling. And it just helps to keep you on point. It helps to keep you on focus in what it is that you are journaling about, so that the journaling and your thoughts and your energy can stay high vibe, right? So that's why journal prompts help. So I'm gonna pull up here a couple of journal prompts. So what I've done is created a few journal prompts. Now I'm gonna be giving you guys I'm gonna give you two things. So with this video, there will be a download of the journal. It's like a journal prompt workbook that is part of my manifesting activation. If you have not gotten that, it's only $8, and there's probably a sidebar of it, or you can go into under the training tab on the website and you can grab that. So you don't want to miss any of the amazing training. And so that training, and it has a lovely meditation, and then we do affirmations and journal prompting work there. And I'm going to give you that book here, and I'm also going to give you more journal prompts. I'm not sure if my team has time to put it in a book or if it's just going to be a series of journal prompts. Either way, the point is that you will have them, and I'm going to include the ones that we talk about here. So when you're trying to manifest something, right, one of the things is that we have to get really clear about what we want. So journal prompts also help us with each stage of manifesting, like getting clear on what you want. So our opening journal prompt would be, what do I value most in life? What do I value? I value time with my family. I value the options to do what I want when I want. I value, time freedom. As you can see, time and freedom are very, very high in my priorities, along with family. Okay, but if I'm trying to manifest something that is going to create a scenario where I have to trade time for money, I'm not going to be happy, because what I'm trying to manifest is completely unaligned with my personal values and belief system. You see how that's working? And so this journaling through allows you to get clear, and it's like, oh wait, I don't really want that. And I have had several successful by the way of making the type of money that could sustain my family, okay, businesses that I don't do anymore. I do not have a training in boss bitch business school yet on starting up a direct sales company, but I've owned 2 successful direct sales companies in the sense that I had an entire team in the field. One was a cosmetic company, one was an adult toy company, and I was filling orders, and I was definitely making a profit to sustain my family. But the trade-off, excuse me, for time was like, fuck no. I had a kick-ass chocolate company, which actually for this holidays will open up, but we're going to be more of a pop-up store moving forward, but it's been shut down for like 5 years. The name of that company is High Fashion Chocolate, previously the Fashionista Chocolatier, and I did great, right? I loved it. It was a form of creativity for me. The page is still on Facebook, so if you want to get on there in case you want to give out gifts for holidays. And so I made chocolates that look like purses and high heel shoes, and you know, glamorous goddess priestess styled stuff always and forever. But what happened was one year I got so many orders I couldn't enjoy the process of shopping and wrapping gifts. I had to delegate all of that to my older children. And Christmas Day, I was so exhausted. I really couldn't partake and enjoy my kids' Christmas. And it's one of my favorite holidays. And I thought, I was making enough money to sustain us and for us to live comfortably, but not enough money to expand fully to having more staff without taking away from our living lifestyle. At the same time, I didn't know about business credit yet, so I had not established that for myself, even though I had been in business for several years. And I fucking hated it because I had to be there. I mean, my ultimate goal was to come up with a design and then have people there who could reproduce it and, you know, what have you. But having like one shoe that came in 4 colors and having, you know, 7 shoes that each came in, you know, 3 to 5 or 6 colors, it's a lot of molds, it's a lot of everything. And they're beautiful, but it will never work like that again. So what will be happening, because I do love it so much and people really loved the chocolate, we'll be doing a few of my signature stilettos and platforms in a pop-up style, meaning I'm going to pick the designs, I'm going to create the shoes, we're going to have limited editions. When they're gone, they're gone. And then you'll have like 3 or 4 different boxed chocolate, same flavors with a hint of that style, you know, boxes that you can order as gifts and what have you, that will be able to supply the demand, and see how that goes for the holidays. And then we'll be closed after New Year's, and we probably will not reopen until, like, you know, we'll do Easter, we'll do Mother's Day, we'll do Father's Day, Valentine's Day actually we'll open like that, right? But it'll be pop-up. It's Valentine's Day, everything is like pinks, reds, creams, or it's going to be pink and cream, or it's going to be a lavender and a pink and a cream. It's always going to be pink because I am pink, right? But I'm giving you guys all this chocolate details. But the point is, I had to come up with a way that I can do that and honor my values, honor my priorities, and enjoy what I'm doing, or I'm not going to do it, right? And so yeah, overnight we lost a shit ton of money and I had to come up with something new. I mean, we even had a reality show deal around that, and I was like, fuck no, my life is not going to depend on the next chocolate shoe. So Um, the journaling, though, allows you to get clear. I was able to get clear and pinpoint it. One, I tracked my emotions. And two, I did a lot of journaling, like, how am I feeling today? Why am I feeling this way? I was feeling good until this happened. There's that. Another journal prompt is, how can I better protect my energy? When you look at how you can better protect your own personal energy, you start to really identify and explore and go in depth as to what affects it. If you're trying to protect it, what is actually affecting it? Remember, I had just said one of the things I started doing when I first started doing journaling and using the prompts was monitoring my emotions. So I had a chart, like every hour I would mark where was I on this emotional scale, and a quick note like a phone call from, or an email, or a upset customer, or whatever it was that adjusted my mood. And then what happened was, there were very, very specific, occasionally other things, but very specific people in my life that would make contact that I had to deal with, or would deal with, that I thought I had to deal with, right? That were affecting my energy. And so then I was able to make a conscious choice as to how I was going to deal with them, and to change how I dealt with them and how I allowed them in my life. And when I took those calls and did not allow them into my energy field at times when I knew my energy was not high enough to sustain it. So do you see how just that journaling about that and investigating that over the course of like a week changed? I was able to maintain my higher vibration because I was able to identify what was lowering it and eliminate it. So the journaling, that's an example of how that journaling can keep you aligned with what you want, right? Or uncover cross purposes, right? So we'll go over one more. What is my definition of self-worth? And another one is like, how can I appreciate my worth? So one of the biggest things that all of my clients and students suffer from is a lack of worthiness. That was my biggest thing, is, am I worthy? Every time I go to my next level, it's like, am I worthy of this? Am I worthy of this? Like, and really my work is always getting around, am I worthy of this? And then, it gets easier and easier, but it really was because I came from a very low place after my last marriage in terms of self-worth, right? And how I was brought up. So my self-worth was in the trash. So that is work that I continuously do to take me to take me to the next level. So working around your worthiness, and every step up there's going to be worthiness work to do, right? Even if you think you're great and then you finally get to where, oh fuck, I belong here, I was born to fucking do this, and then it's time to go higher than you've ever imagined. Can I do it? Am I going to slip back? Can I maintain it? Right? There's all of these things that will come up in different ways, in different verbiage, different language, whatever, but there's always work to do. So when you get a hold of the specifics and the areas of your worthiness, whether it's your mother's voice in your head, right? So, and a good example is like my mom used to say things like, oh, Kim say, always, what did she say? She always finds somebody, she always convinces somebody to give her money, right? And it really, and I was like, I don't know, 16, and it really diminished the value that I felt I was giving. I felt like she saw no value in what I was offering, whether I was selling makeup, whether I was a wedding planner, she didn't see the value in it. And so anybody who paid me for my work, who always loved it, I had to have tricked them. or something crazy, because there was no value in anything I did. And so she was out of my life for many years in order for me to get, you know, my sense of value together. And even now, with her being in my back in my life, you know, I keep a distance. And there's times when I don't take those calls, and there's times when, because her language, okay, and even talking to like her sisters, you know, my aunts or whatever, her language, the language that she lives by, how she speaks her truth, is in a way that diminishes the value of the people around her, you know? So I get to decide, right? And so I'm not taking that call. We're not doing that thing. I'm not having that conversation. I don't have to answer that. I'm not tolerating those things. And so I get through that through the journaling. And then, you know, or, you know, you sell out a $20,000 package paid in full, and, you know, your mother's voice is like, you tricked somebody. You finally convinced somebody, as if I had to beg, right? So you find those pain points, and then every level, I have to circle around those pain points. Like, am I feeling any of this? Does, you know, am I holding on? Are there any residuals at this level? And now I can work through them really, really quickly. But if, you know, sometimes it would take me weeks to work through, to get, you know, I think it took me several weeks to work through getting, you know, to $1,000 day, right? Or a $2,000 week, like consistently and stuff like that. So using the journal prompts helps to guide you on your journaling practice to keep you at a high vibration. And remember, staying high vibe is in fact how you stay aligned, right? And speaking of high vibe, I just want to let you guys know that in the new program, Divine Femme Manifesting, there is going to be a whole high vibe course that is continuous, that's continuously being added to. It will start off with some of the same things that I'm going to be sharing in terms of living a high vibrational life on YouTube, and then it's going to go into some more in-depth things, some very specific health things, some diet things. You know, YouTube, we're keeping it short, simple, to the point. We're giving you information that you need so that you can manifest your dreams. But the in-depth teachings are going to be in this Divine Femme High Vibe course, which you will at some point be able to buy independently, but the value of it is going to far supersede you know, what you have to pay, especially if you get in now during the pre-launch and become a ambassador. And I don't think I expounded on that before, but if you become an ambassador, it means you get into this program. The program right now, without this high vibe course in it, is already valued at over $40,000. The regular price in January is going to be at a $20,000 price point. And so you get $40,000 worth of value, more than that actually. By the time we get to January, we'll have added and be done with a lot of new content. And so you're gonna get over $40,000 worth of value and courses and training. And those of you who come in as now will get some one-on-one with me in addition to the group training that's part of that program. And then it's going to retail at the $20,000 price point, which means you make monthly payments over 10 or 12 months. And that's how a lot of people will get into that program. But right now you can get into the program instead of at $20,000 making 2 payments a month for 12 months, you can get in for $1,000, and you can do that. There's 2 payment options offered on the page, but because you are an Alignment Boss member, you can do up to 3 monthly payments to get in and become an ambassador. Once you get in and you have finished the coursework, a certain portion of the coursework, and you want to generate revenue, you love the course, you want to share it with people, those who came in as ambassadors, we're going to allow you to become an affiliate for this amazing life elevation program. I mean, I cannot, like, I am very limited to our subject here, right? In Alignment Boss. In Divine Femme Manifesting, there are no limits. You get access to everything in all of my programs, and you're in there for life, and you get monthly lives for life that go deep, and sometimes can last more than an hour, or it's 2 hours a day for a particular period of time, because we're going deep, and there's Q&As. So we've taken the Q&As out of Alignment Boss, but the Q&As will be live in Divine Femme Manifesting. So here you get the training, you get the technique, and then you go run with that technique. And then we do still offer support. If you ever have questions, please remember that you can use the button on the bottom of the page and connect with the LaMeel team, right, on Facebook, on our Facebook fan page, or you can just go directly to the Facebook fan page. So you can do that. But if you're really ready to go deep, if you're really ready to explore using your Divine Femme energy, if you're really ready to work on clearing blocks, if you are really wanting to work and learn like breath work and magic and all of those types of things, Divine Femme is where you want to be. And for those of you that transfer over, this program, Alignment Boss, is included with your Divine Femme membership, right? So right now, and honestly, there's only 25 there's only 25 spaces in total, and all of those are not available, but we only had 25. Can't remember how many people are actually in, and my team is sending me messages. So so if you can get in right now, right, and then let me see, so even if you got in at the max, and I have not done, right, so like 3 payments of $333 is 3 payments of $333 is fucking amazing for the shit you're about to get in this course. And so I'm only telling you because it is included, because I do want you to up level, and I want you to grow with me, and this is the place to grow. This is my signature program. And so what are we at? 2021, this program is going to be offered at the $20,000 price point, but before the end of 2021, it will be selling for approximately the $40,000 price point, and I'll only be taking like 10 people a month, because I want to make sure that everybody is onboarded correctly, is succeeding, is growing, is being nurtured, and getting what they need. Everybody who works with me gets what they need. If you are in here right now and there's something that you need, there's questions that you have, there, whatever it is, right? Send a message, because that is one of my mantras. People who work with me get what they need, and it may be a lesson, right? But it may, if there's some type of support you need, let me know. In the meantime, click the, it's probably going to be a button around here somewhere that says download your journal prompts. The first one is going to be from the manifesting activation program. If you haven't got that, it's $8, and I'll put the link in for you to join that. And then you're going to get your full download with all the lists. I think there's like 50 journal prompts that you can spend some time with over the next month. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of the Alignment Boss group coaching program. Thank you for all your positive feedback and all of the support that you guys have been giving us, and allowing my new team to get familiar with how to do things. I love you guys, and I will see you next month.